We have a slew of wonderful presenters with us today. To cover our GP end of life announcement, we'll have Jeff Edwards, Senior Vice President of Channels, here join us. Impact on GP customers and promotions will be by our Scott May. Accelerating BC Practice with Todd Michael. We'll talk a little bit about GP to BC marketing and the assistance that Stratos Cloud Alliance offers, and then we'll talk a little bit more about Stratos Cloud with Scott May. Now, to kick it off, it's the big announcement, Jeff. It's what everybody's sort of been expecting for a while now. I'm going to have you kick it off from here. Thanks for joining us. Oh, and we have lost Jeff Edwards.
Yeah,
Jeff, did
I
I
don't think
lose
you've
you?
lost my
Oh,
camera off, so I think I'm good. Camera's back on?
camera is back on. Thanks for joining us, Jeff. What's this all about?
Sounds great. First of all, there went the camera again. You can hear me okay?
I can hear you okay. Yep.
Okay, so I'll just carry on. The thing I would say, this is obviously a big moment. I'll give you some of my bona fides. I was in Fargo, North Dakota in 2000 through 2004. I managed the e-commerce products and supply chain products, and then the actual Great Plains product line and the SL product line later from a marketing and product management perspective, and then went on to do a bunch of work at Microsoft in the Dynamics partner ecosystem. So I'm fully aware of the passion and the kind of energy around GP, around Great Plains, the product. But it is definitely time to move on. And I think the end of life is timed well, if anything, overdue. The amount of effort, dollars, energy, and intellect put into BC over the last 6 or 7 years, the constant improvements that are being made to that product really make it, it's time to go from a security perspective, from an efficiency perspective, and from getting the maximum of Microsoft's effort in R&D spend. We owe it to our customers to make that move. The time frame is good. It seems like a long time, but in reality, if you have a decent number of customers and you divide that by how quickly you can do the migration, we need to get started, right? And you can rest assured that all the competitors out there are out there telling your customers, our customers, that it's end of life and they should consider moving to another cloud product. So we want to own the message. We want to go at this with confidence, assuring our customers that, hey, the best move is Microsoft. All of the effort put in specifically around AI as the newest kind of more than a buzzword, right? The effort going into that all ties together with BC and the Dynamics products. So it's a positive message, plenty of time to do it planfully. The product itself, 40,000 installs, definitely in the upper right-hand corner of the Gartner and Forrester pieces of literature these days, and also a great ROI for the customer and a much higher value customer for partners as we get them moved over. So mostly I just want to say, we have the time. We as Stratos Cloud can certainly help you. The team will cover all the ways that we can help you, but go at this positively, go at this quickly. Make sure that your customers, when they think of moving to the cloud, it's you they think about, and you're driving that effort as opposed to catching up or responding to it. So I think with that, I'm going to turn it over to Scott May.
Yep, great. Thanks, Jeff. Certainly welcome everybody who is joining us today. I'm just going to go a little deeper, if you will. I want to kind of talk a little bit about, what the impact on GP clients, partners, and what promotions and programs are out there to really help kind of accelerate this process that Jeff was really just talking about. So I'm going to peel the onion back just a little bit, dig a little bit deeper. So, as we all know, Dynamics GP is now in what they call, extended support. I'm not going to go over this whole slide. But as Jeff was saying, right, now is the time to start planning the move to the cloud, with your clients. So, again, extended support's going out through 2029. They say something about critical support. But as Jeff was saying, you got to look at, what's the size of your client base? How long is it going to go through and take you to migrate all of those clients, over this time period? Do you need assistance from, an indirect provider like Stratos Cloud Alliance to help you with that process or to accelerate that process, if you will? So, if you kind of look at what Jeff was talking about, right, there's more investment being made, obviously, in Dynamics 365 Business Central. There's little investment being made now in Dynamics GP and the other Dynamics legacy ERP solutions. So, as much as clients may want to stay on it, they're really getting a diminishing value in their return for staying on it, for staying on their enhancement plan, because all of that investment is being made into the Dynamics 365 Business Central solution. So, there's lots of tools that are available now. Todd's going to talk about some of those, such as Seer and other solutions that are available to help the migration process assessments easier. There's incentives out there for partners. There's incentives out there for clients that I'm going to cover. So now is really a time to get started if you haven't, or if you have gotten started, to really accelerate that process. So if we look at the next slide, again, GPs and its extended support. All the investment for functional improvements, performance improvements, security updates, those are all really being made, 10x fold, in Dynamics 365 Business Central. So clients that are staying on GP at this point, again, they're not getting a whole lot of updates. They may be getting some security updates, but eventually that's going to put them at risk. It may put them behind from a competitive situation with their competitors within their industry. The AI movement with Copilot certainly isn't going to go through, and they're not going to be able to take advantage with that, with everything that they're inputting. So, just from that standpoint, now's the time. Start those conversations. Start working with partners, with your clients, to help give them a pathway or a journey to, getting to the cloud if you want. The next thing, we want to talk about is the total economic impact of moving to Business Central. Obviously there's, kind of, negative things for not moving, right? Security and falling behind from a competitive standpoint. But the advantages of moving to Business Central and migrating are significant. So this was a Forrester Research study that was done, which compiled basically multiple clients that they reviewed over a 3-year period of time. And again, I'm not going to go through the whole slide, but I wanted to point out the study revealed an impressive ROI of 172% over 3 years for these clients that were moving to Business Central off of Great Plains. An 18% productivity improvements for the finance and operations staff, and the payback basically was remarkably short, 7 months, in their migration. So, not only was it a short payback time, but they also were able to go through and turn their focus to, continued financial benefits. And they demonstrated that over a 3-year period, there was nearly $500,000 in quantified benefits through a combination of operational efficiencies that they gained, productivity improvements, and avoiding fees and costs associated with their existing solution. That could have been maintenance, that could have been third-party solutions that they didn't need any longer. But overall, the message is moving to Business Central had a positive economic impact that was significant, and their return on investment could be seen basically within a short 7-month time period. So certainly a lot of excitement around clients that want to move and what they're seeing. There's 40,000 now Business Central clients, so obviously there's a lot of momentum within the market, and I think we're seeing that with all the partners that we work with who are starting to move more and more clients. We're seeing kind of the hockey stick approach, if you will. We've been seeing upgrades and migrations but now it's really starting to take off. So, kind of the question is, well, what's next, right? There's different clients within different stages, and that really depends upon you and your clients. Obviously, we're not here telling you, hey, you have to move your clients, in the next year, right? We're here to really support you wherever you are and your clients are in your migration journey. So, some of your clients may, be choosing to stay with GP for now. And Stratos, we can help with that. Obviously, we've got resources to support Dynamics GP. We've been working with some partners to help them support those GP clients as they move their GP consultants over to doing Business Central. So we're kind of taking off some of that responsibility and helping them out there. Other clients basically, may be in that evaluation stage. They're not ready to do that yet. But this announcement is causing them to start kind of their evaluation process. And again, we've got resources to help our partners. Todd's going to talk about those more with our BC Accelerate program, migration tools, assessment tools, resources. Basically, if you're not ready to go through and do the migration or move to Business Central, or if you need training to get yourself up to speed, we can help you with that. And then obviously there's many of your customers who may have been considering it and are ready to move now. And, again, this is a catalyst for them to go through and act. And basically, if that's, your clients and you need assistance, we can certainly go through and come beside you and partner with you to help you with that process and accelerate it, if you will. So the main thing is, as Jeff said, we need to all be, starting this process if we haven't now, talking with our clients, because if we're not, our competitors are going to be in there, and we certainly don't want to lose those clients to those competitors. And we're here to help you keep those clients and, drive your cloud revenue with them. So just, again, I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about the impact on partners as well with this news, right? So there have been, some changes with, the fund engagements for business applications, basically just some name changes, things of that nature. But there's still a lot of incentives out there for you. There's a lot of incentives across the entire business applications, platform, if you will. I'm just going to focus today on the Business Central ones, because obviously that's what the majority of Great Plains clients are going to move to. So they still have the scale business operations. Some things have changed, if you will, from an inspire and design phase. They call it a BC needs assessment. Partners can still go through and earn up to 1.5K for each basically BC needs assessment, and that can be either with a brand new client that you're doing it with, or basically a client that's on GP that might want to be migrating. So it's being, paid pre-sales, if you will, right? So for every one of those that you do, you can get paid for that. And then you can stack on top of it, basically the BC migration assessment. So if it's a GP client, you can do the assessment, you can do the migration assessment and get paid up to, 5K. And again, these clients don't have to commit that they're moving to Business Central at this point. It's not like you can't get paid if they don't move to it. You can get paid for this because it's all pre-sales. And then basically they've got the realized value, where they call that now the BC Deployment Accelerator. And there's money in there up to 18K for basically partners and to be able to deliver to their clients to help them out with the migration cost. So clients can benefit from this as well. And it can be significant. You can stack all of these up, on top of each other. And obviously, we'll go through a little more where you can see what the benefit of doing that is. Right. There we go. So just a little bit deeper, in the regards to the needs assessments and, what's needed basically, and when to leverage those engagements, if you will. It's really pre-sales to uncover pain points, get some documentation, demo high priority scenarios. I'm not going to go through each of these, but you can go through and see the migration assessment, basically what's needed. And there are tools. Todd's going to go through this. There's tools to help with the needs assessment for POE or proof of execution, if you will. There's tools to help do the migration assessment to be able to provide the information that Microsoft needs for proof of execution in order to go through and submit those through MCI and be able to claim those funds. And then obviously there's the deployment accelerator and kind of what you need to do in order to, take advantage of those dollars. And the deployment, basically, there's extra small, there's medium kind of deployments, and depending upon the size of the client, you can get paid, upwards of 18K from an incentive for that. This is an interesting statistic, right, that Microsoft track. And so, for partners that are taking advantage of, kind of the funding engagements and going through the assessments and the migration assessments, that's helping them improve their win rates up to 36%, with these partner-led activities. So, we're here promoting it because we know that by taking advantage of these and working with us to do them, you're going to see, some significant increases in your win rates in helping partners migrate and, move to Business Central, or new clients, basically, new logos that you can win by using these tools and activities as well. There's some additional Activate customer offers if you're not aware of these. So if you've got customers that are on M365, either basically standard or premium, they can get a 10% discount off of Business Central, either essentials or premium annual subscriptions. So if it's a net new client, basically, and they can't take advantage of, let's say, like the bridge to the cloud, they can get a 10% discount if they're already Microsoft 365 customers. So certainly something to take advantage of, and that runs through June of 2025. And then the bridge to the cloud promotion has continued to be extended through December 31st of 2025. And that's basically for GP, NAV, SL, and AX on-premise clients that are going to move into the cloud. So those are two great opportunities that partners can leverage with their clients. Again, you as an indirect reseller, not only do you get the margin that we pay to you as an indirect provider, but there's a lot of back-end incentives that you can take advantage of as well. So for Business Central, there's basically an additional 4.75 kind of baseline incentive that you can get. There's an additional 10% kind of kicker, if you will, from new clients for Business Central. And migration clients count. So clients moving from GP or SL or NAV to BC from on-premise, those count for the Business Central, new client accelerator, if you will. So, if you start adding these incentives up, you can get an additional 34.75%, earning opportunity on billed revenue on top of basically what you get, margin-wise from us as an indirect provider. So that can easily put, these migrations, the margin that you're making, well over 50%, within that first year. So it is a lucrative program. And this just kind of outlines basically what you as a partner can go through and earn additionally, and what the customer savings could be. So, with the migration assessment and the BC assessment, you can earn up to $5,000 with the additional CSP incentives, that 4.75 and the 10% for the new BC ad. It's another 2,200 plus. So you've got a total earnings for you as a partner in that first year of about an additional $7,200. And then the customer, if they take advantage of the Bridge to the Cloud promo, they can save there. If they take advantage of the deployment offer, they can save, a significant amount as well. And, this is just based upon an extra small engagement. So obviously it would be larger if you've got larger clients. Their total savings, could grow significantly. And then over a 3-year period, Microsoft has tracked this. As you can see, there's some significant incentives that you as a partner can go through and gain for every basically, customer that has 10 licenses over the 1 year, kind of skew for a 3-year period. You can see there's incentives in the third year of up to almost, 19K that you can make on top of the margin again. that you're getting just from just reselling the solution through Stratos as an indirect provider. Um, Basically, Jeff mentioned this earlier as well. The momentum just keeps building. 40,000 plus BC, clients. There's basically in the business application space, we're a leader in 19 evaluative reports year to date from Gartner, Forrester, IDC, and a lot of those, are within the Business Central area. So lots of momentum with, just number of clients, lots of momentum with, kind of the reports and awards that, Business Central is winning along with all the other business applications. So, now is the time to go through and get things going to move those clients. And then just what I wanted to end it with as well, most of that is, all positive, right? With, the incentives that you can get, with what the clients, can get with the tools that are out there. But just so that everybody's aware, if you haven't been made aware of this, the solution provider agreement for on-premise solutions is changing as of December. So the renewal rates basically and margins for most partners, at least that we work with, are going to go through and be dropping. And so that's just even more of an incentive, for you as a partner to start this transition to move Dynamics GP into the cloud, because not only do you have all these incentives to take advantage of, the quicker that you move them off of BREP and into the cloud, the less that you're going to go potentially lose because of the drop in BREP and maintenance renewal percentages, if you will. So just another reason to go through and start this process and make sure that you're moving as many clients as quickly as possible, and certainly leverage Stratos Cloud Alliance to assist you with doing that. So with that being said, I'm going to go through and turn things over to Todd Michael. He is the manager of our enablement programs. He's going to talk to you about kind of what programs are out there to help you accelerate moving your clients to BC. So Todd, take it away.
All right, thanks, Scott. Thanks everybody for coming this morning. So how can Stratos assist you in accelerating your Business Central practice? So that's what we want to talk about this morning, or at least I want to bring to the table. Everybody here's got on-prem, and so really what we want to make sure and assist and make sure that you're aware of everything that's available out there, this transformation from on-premise to cloud. And it's really about protecting your base, because if you're not talking to them, as everybody has said before me, your competitors are, and we don't want that for you. We want to make sure that you're equipped with all the resources, all the tools, and the services, not just that here at Stratos provides, but throughout the ecosystem. Because there's a lot of things out there that's available that you may or may not be aware of today. So with that said, let's talk about one of the tools that everybody's talking about. So it's from SEER 365. It's the Guide 365 platform. If you look over to the left, there's a qualification and a sales. Sales is highlighted on this particular slide. This tool could revolutionize everybody implementing, migrating, and truly bringing a client up on Business Central. So you're doing an assessment, you're doing a needs assessment, giving them a high, or I should say high level estimate of what it's going to take, what the licensing structure looks like. And then it takes a deeper dive when you get into the discover or the sales portion, and it's going to do an assessment. What are your needs? What's the business requirements? What's your gaps? What's the ISVs that you currently have? And what do you need moving into the future? So we have been working with SEER 365. So I have some calls to action, but if you want to know more about this, we do have discounted pricing for the partners. So just understand that this is just one of those tools out there. The biggest thing that I can tell you is that it's going to give you all this output. So think about it. I get an estimating worksheet. I get a proposal. This will write your statement of work. It's going to give you an ROI, create an executive PowerPoint. Who doesn't want that? Because I don't know about you. When I used to do requirements and present to clients, it takes hours to put together those PowerPoints. It also gives you a Microsoft proof of execution if you're eligible for some of those MCI claims. And finally, it gives you a Power BI dashboard, kind of following your project plan and understanding where you're at. If you haven't seen this, we do have a pre-recorded demo that we'd love to share with you. But again, just a tool that's out there. Every partner that's touched this has liked it. I've got people changing their entire sales process because it's saving them hours upon hours of time, and it's getting to their clients faster so that they can get those people engaged and you can start having those conversations about migration. Now let's see if I'm smart enough to get the slide to move. So bear with me. There we go. Now we're going to move into another, I'm going to say offering. These are resources. Neural Impact. Neural Impact has been working with Microsoft. Many, if not most of you, have probably already been in one of their workshops. What I'm focusing on today is that first block. You know, it's the GP, it's the migration program. Now, keeping in mind, this is funded by Microsoft at no cost to you. So think about taking advantage of this. It's teaching you on how to position things. Not that you don't know how, but let them show you how it's been successful in the past with others and incorporate some of their points, some of their approaches. Think of all the different things that can be done. Now, we also have things for people, if you haven't had any move to BC, or maybe you haven't had any net new. We also have a program 2 and a program 3 from Neural. Again, all of these are funded by Microsoft. And so that's funding that Stratos Cloud was able to get for you, the partners, our partners. So I would take a look at finding out more about these. And we do have collateral already, but reach out to myself at the end of my session. I'll give you my contact or your PDM. So again, focusing on the migrations, but if you're on this call and you've already had some BC migrations or adding some BC net new clients, we got a program for you, regardless of where you're at with your practice. Here's just a brief insight to the various workshops that come along with that program. And this is program 1, migrations. So, you know, it is an 8 to 12 week program. It's one-to-many. You're going to get a lot of coaching, a lot of content. So think about, you know, all the way from how do I position this? How do I position to somebody that's had GP for how many years? And now we're asking them to move to the cloud. All the way to, from your perspective, the partner, how do we scale? How do we actually drive and deliver and grow our business and scale to meet that timeline or that deadline? So then we move into marketing. Don't know about any of you, but like that's the blood of everything, right? It starts here. And so we've put together with Marketeeri, if you haven't heard about it, we do have some programs. It's $3,000 funding from Microsoft, and they offer 2 different focuses, one on migrations and then one on net new prospecting. Obviously, I chose to highlight the migration because that's the call we're on. We want to move these people, get them to feel comfortable, and we want to be able to drive that into your customer base. Marketeeri has been awesome. They've done a lot of work, just as Neural has. Any partner that we've been talking to, even before this, even before last year's offerings, because I know that we offered partners that as well, they've loved it. They've been so fond of it that they've actually come back for more. So give that some thought. Talk to your peers, those other partners you talk to, because I'll bet you one of them have went through this as well. Next steps. We have limited space. It is a first come, first serve. We only have so much funding to go around. So send me an email if you want to know more. Go ahead and copy your PDM so that they understand too. Timing is critical. Not just because we want to give you this funding, but it's critical to get in front of your client base before your competitors, before they start talking to others. So think about it. Do I want to look at the SEER 365 tool? Do I want to start marketing even more with Marketeeri? And do I want to go back through some of the training? If I've went through it, do it as a refresher. But Neural Impact has been around for a number of years, again, working side by side with Microsoft. And by the way, all three of these vendors all work together because they're all about driving the numbers for your customer base, moving into Business Central. So that's what I have for today, and I think I pass it to Mike.
That is correct, Todd. Hopefully you can hear me now. I am going to talk a little bit about marketing. I think we've heard a theme here around now that this GP end of life announcement has been happening, you're going to see that your clients are getting bombarded by Intact, Acumatica, Oracle, NetSuite, and even Microsoft Direct, asking those partners, now that GP has that end of life, do you want to stay on GP? Do you want to come over to one of our cloud products? And I think it's really important that Stratos Cloud Alliance offers free resources for you to be able to get ahead of all of those bombardments of ads and emails that are going to come in so that you can be first and top of mind with your clients. So the first thing I want to talk about is our client alert. So we have a GP end of life alert email that we've created. This is a great email just to get out to your clients. If you're a Stratos Cloud partner already, you have access to this in our partner portal. If you're not a Stratos Cloud partner yet, sign up for free. You'll be able to get access to an entire marketing academy of campaigns in a box to help you do things for free. No cost at all to send all of these. You can take these emails and personalize them to your company and send out to your clients so that you are the one in front of your clients saying, hey, this is what's happening. Here are a few of your options that we can talk about, and then use Stratos, where you need to help accelerate your BC practice or keep those clients and move them to the cloud. So great resources here that are completely free to you. We have other client alert emails, of course, about October pricing changes that happen this month and other things that we update here regularly. So I highly recommend taking that, copy and pasting and getting that out to your clients as soon as possible. We also have campaigns in a box. We have about 20 plus campaigns in a box all around different products and services that Microsoft offers. But the one I'm focusing on here is our legacy to BC. So if you're on GPSL, NAV, this is a great campaign. We've got emails, we've got blogs, we've got social media posts. We have everything for free for you to use, take, personalize to your company, and get this campaign out the door. So this is not a part of Marketeer that we talked about, the marketing agency that costs money. This is a free resource for you to be able to use and continuously be in front of your clients so that you are number one, top of mind for them to come to when they do make those decisions about moving to the cloud, or when they have those questions when your competitors are coming after them. So great resources. Again, this is on the Stratos Cloud Alliance Marketing Academy portal area. So if you are a partner, you've got access to this. Ask your PDM if you have any issues getting in, or I'm happy to help. Also, sign up for free if you want to get access to these free resources. And then the grant program. So we talked about this. We have a relationship with Marketeer. So we have a grant program that, or funding opportunity that Todd just talked about. So make sure to reach out to Todd if this is something that you're interested in. Some of the things that are included: webinar landing page and copy. We'll get a webinar set up for you. You've got 3 blogs, 3 LinkedIn newsletters, 3 messages per week to promote the topic on your profile, individual LinkedIn accounts, and then 3 emails to promote your blogs and content that you have around migration to the cloud. So great program. Make sure to reach out to Todd if this is something that you're interested in. Now, beyond 3-month programs, if you are interested in a 12-month program, we do offer $6,000 for a 12-month program, if that's something that you're interested in. And then Marketeer, if you go out to their website or you have a conversation with them, every Stratos Cloud Alliance partner receives 10% off of everything that they do. So they have lots of different programs, lots of different products and services that they market. So feel free to go out there, ask questions, ask us around what Marketeeri could possibly do for you as a extension of your marketing team at your company. And as a Stratos Cloud partner, you get 10% off of everything there. I am going to take it back. Scott May is going to end us here. Thanks so much, Scott.
Yep. Oh, wow. What a lot of great information. Thanks, Todd. Thanks, Mike. I mean, what an exciting time. I mean, there's so much going on out there for partners, basically, with, the tools, the incentives, what we're doing with Stratos and Microsoft to go through and get some funding to help partners, drive basically their BC acceleration program. So as Jeff Edward put it earlier, right? There's not really been a better time to go through and get started. So I kind of wanted to just give a little bit of information about Stratos Cloud Alliance for those that might be out there that aren't Stratos Cloud Alliance partners yet, so that they understand why Stratos would be the partner that they want to work with for helping them migrate basically their Dynamics legacy on-premise solutions to Business Central. So Stratos Cloud Alliance is an indirect provider basically in the marketplace. We've been working with basically the business applications, ERP, CRM, with all the legacy solutions. So we've been doing this for, 34 plus years at this point. We're, as an indirect provider, we only, work with the Microsoft cloud. We're not doing Amazon and HP and Oracle and everything under the sun. So we're solely focused on the Microsoft cloud platform, and we specialize in the Dynamics 3 business applications, if you will. So we support our partners in depth with Business Central, all the CRM applications, Power Platform, Copilot. So, we're a little different than other indirect providers that are out there. We're an experienced CSP provider that can help you go through and support those clients, extend basically the value-added services and solutions that you can offer to your clients, and really help you with that migration process to accelerate it with the tools and resources and funding that we have. So we focus on business solutions. We're smaller. We're really more of a white glove kind of hands-on indirect provider. We don't have tens of thousands of partners, so we're easy to do business with. You get direct access to senior folks who know what they're talking about with the Bridge to the Cloud program and all of the business application licensing. We provide you, a best-in-class, e-commerce platform that you get to use, and we maintain it and continue to update it. And we've got a whole support team that, helps partners with that need it. And then, as you can see here, we've got our Stratos Success Partner Portal with all the enablement and tools and marketing that Todd and Mike just spoke about to really help our partners, not just transact licenses. We're here to help them, enable them to move their clients to Business Central, faster, easier, less expense, less risk. So we're really the partner to work with if you're really into business applications. I think I talked about this, already basically, but 34, 35 years. We support clients and partners with support and services, pre-sales assessments, marketing. We help accelerate, sales with, all the resources that we have. We have deep solutions expertise across the entire Microsoft cloud platform. Obviously, dynamic solutions, we specialize in, but we support our partners with Azure and M365 and Copilot. We're an ISV development center as well, so we help partners with development needs. We help partners with training on Business Central and other solutions. We provide some of the highest margins available as an indirect provider to our partners. So we have a lucrative partnership program. It's free to join. Most of our resources that we provide are free. Other ones that may have a cost, we're getting Microsoft funding for to help our partners go through and accelerate that transition into the cloud. We really are here to surround you and partner with you across all of those areas that I just mentioned. So most of our partners have certain areas that they're kind of, have their core competency in. We certainly can provide additional bench and resources in those areas from a professional services perspective, if needed. But then we like to help partners extend across the entire Microsoft, cloud platform. So if they don't have expertise in Copilot, or they don't have expertise in Azure or M365, they can confidently go out to their clients and speak with them and bring us in to help them with those opportunities from a pre-sales, close those, and actually, deliver with professional services. So much more than just a distribution partner. We're a business partner to help support your growth with resources, across the board. So, oh, well, Mike, if you can move that back one, please. Yeah. So, again, if you're not a Stratos partner now and you're interested in learning more, please reach out to me. I can help talk to you about all the programs that Todd mentioned as well that are available to our partners. So certainly I'd love to go through and, have that conversation. All my contact